Hello everyone, Nelson here, and today I'm going to be drawing for Georgia Lights as well as just ramble a little bit. But before that, I'm gonna have a sweet, very sweet cup of coffee, or I should say a toilet bowl of coffee. Oh, that's the good stuff. Anyways, do you guys, by the way, do you guys know that coffee usually came from Arabia? I believe it came from Yemen. Anyways, so I want to talk about this drawing I'm making before I go to the topic I want to discuss. And this drawing is inspired by skateboard artists, in fact, from the 1970s or 80s. The other day, I was watching a movie called Lords of Dogtown, which depicted the true life. Well, I don't know if it was completely accurate, but it was a true story of these kids back in the 1970s, and I believe California. They were the ones who really kind of reinvented skateboarding, and it was really inspiring. So most of the skateboarders nowadays look at them as inspiration, and it kind of created this subculture of skateboarders. And I wanted to do an homage drawing using my robots, specifically kind of my cutesy, weird shaped robots. And one of the things when I was doing these robots, one of the problems I had was kind of coming up with an interesting pose. So for this female robot right here, which is, by the way, this is the first female robot I ever done. I kind of had Sophia, my daughter, kind of stand for me as a model. So she was with her phone and she was kind of tapping into it with one leg to the side, and I'm like, okay, that's the shape I want. This other character I'm drawing here, which he is like I would say probably like a boombox robot. I didn't need anybody posing for me. I just kind of created him at the moment, and then I created another one which is not here on the screen yet. We'll see he is holding a skateboard. That one I just made a simple stance. I didn't need any poses. But what I want to talk about poses is that sometimes you can't come up with interesting poses, so you gotta figure out a way to come up with poses. And one of the things that I recommend, of course, is use live examples. I don't know, take a picture of yourself. That helps a lot. Same goes when you're drawing hands. Take a picture of a hand or go to the internet. You can find a lot of cool pictures of people posing, or even use other people's drawings as inspiration. There's a book, let me see if I can find it right here. Okay, there's this really cool book I bought a while back. It's called Poses for Artists Volume 5, and the artist who made this book, his name is Justin Martin, and there's about 350 images of different poses which I use sometimes, and I kind of combine different poses, like the shape of the legs or the shape of the body, and you can come up with your own poses as well. But when you don't have an idea of what you really want as in a pose of a character, you can go and look for resources on the internet, and there's no shame of doing that. A lot of people say, well, you're kind of cheating. Well, not really. When you are drawing something, no matter what it is, you always need some sort of inspiration or some sort of reference, and there's no shame on that. I use a lot of reference, whether it's real life reference of myself. Sometimes I take a picture of myself in the mirror. It's like, okay, that's kind of the pose that I want. Sometimes it doesn't work, but most of the time I use reference. Practicing a lot of anatomy. There's a lot of anatomy books out there. Let me see if I can find one. Oh, I don't have one here right now with me. But you can get a lot of good anatomy books on the internet, especially on Amazon. They're quite cheap. So when you're drawing something, a figure, you should also study a little bit of figure drawing, which is the shapes of the body, the anatomy, all that kind of stuff. It will help you develop your characters if you're creating characters or doing any type of drawing. I, for once, like to create my own poses and my characters, and I know sometimes it get a little bit difficult, a little bit complicated, and it takes a lot of time. But like I said, if you don't have a lot of time in your hands to spend trying to find the right position, the right pose for your character or your drawing, just look for reference on the internet. A place that I use a lot is DeviantArt, which they have stock photos of real life people posing in different type of shapes. You kind of just go into their search bar and just type whatever you want, posting like Batman, or posting or sitting on a chair, or sitting on the floor, or laying on a bed. All type of shapes you can find on the internet. So here, for this character, I'm thinking, I don't know if anybody's interested in buying this piece that I'm making right here. Send me an email and we'll talk about it. But I think this is a perfect drawing for a t-shirt. I don't know what you guys think. I think I'm gonna be coloring in the next few weeks. Well, I shouldn't say a few weeks, in the next few days. Probably this Saturday I'll take a break and sit back again and color them on Photoshop. When I color this type of drawings, after I ink them, one of the things I do is I go to my local Staples or Office Depot, and I scan the picture, I scan the drawing digitally, and then I transfer that drawing to to Photoshop, and then there I start experimenting with different colors and kind of see how it goes. I'm not a big expert on coloring stuff. I still have a lot to learn, but it's really fun to kind of invent stuff and just create, learn new techniques. I mean, I'm always learning, and I recommend if you guys are really trying to learn to draw, don't be afraid of learning new things. It's even myself, I've been drawing for a while, I'm always learning something new. So yeah, this weekend I'm gonna create more characters. I have some projects to do. I have procrastinated on some of them. I've been very busy with work and some other personal things, but hopefully I have a block of time this weekend to focus on this project. Anyways, on the side note, it's been really crazy what has been happening in the world recently. If you ask me what was the worst thing that happened in 2020, I cannot put my finger on one thing. I mean, it's been so many crazy things, and now we are living it's almost like we are in the twilight zone. I don't know, do you guys feel that way? I do feel that way. I think we are in a bizarre time, and hopefully, I don't know, this summer things kind of quiet down a little bit, but I doubt that's gonna happen because the elections are in November. So who knows, maybe next year things will be better. I kind of see things like that. I kind of see one year kind of sucks and the next year kind of gets better, then the next year after that is like a little iffy. But like my dad used to say, in Spanish, I remember he used to say, no hay mal que dure más de 100 años. I think that was what he said. So, or the Lord, something like that, which basically means there's no pain lasts more than 100 years. So hopefully we don't have to wait that long, maybe 99 more years. But anyway, so guys, this video is about to end, and I'll be oh wait a minute, I want to talk about the boombox. By the way, this boombox that I was drawing here, I wanted to make it like a face. I don't know if it came out very well, but I think it looks kind of funny. I used some reference from old 1980s boombox or 1990s. I might go back and redo it again, but anyways, I think it came out okay. Anyways, you guys, please take care of yourselves. If you want to keep learning stuff, just do it. follow your dreams, follow your passions, or follow something that makes you happy, which I think is very, very important. So anyways, guys, you all take care today, and drink coffee, draw, have fun, and God bless. All right, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye bye.